Sunday was Father's Day. Are you a dad? If so, happy belated Father's Day. My history with fathers is complicated. I do consider being a father and being called dad the most important title and the greatest title of my life. Hung out with the kids yesterday. Played some virtual reality video games. I looked like a complete fool. I made dinner for the family. They wanted to make dinner, but I always end up taking over in the kitchen. My first father left me at age 7. And my adopted father, he had his good and bad moments, mostly bad. One father is apparently not accepting responsibility, and the media is largely ignoring it. A guy named Danney Williams. You know Danney Williams? Danney Williams is a kid from Little Rock who claims that his mother was a prostitute and had a dalliance with Bill Clinton, which resulted in him. The National Press Club in 2016, he pleaded with Monica Lewinsky to get the DNA sample. Late night television. This normally would be a gold mine. An ex-president who was known for his womanizing and a kid begging for a DNA sample so we could finally get some answers. Yesterday, Father's Day, Danney Williams spoke out once again, and once again, Danney Williams was largely ignored.
I also want to take this opportunity to appeal to my stepmother, Hillary Clinton. She has a...
Wow, what a stepmom. I mean, of all the stereotypical stepmoms,
power. She has the power to have Bill Clinton provided him.
She also has the power to kill you, I think. That's just what I've heard.
I heard Hillary say she spent her life helping children. She spent her life helping children.
How has she spent her life helping children? Oh, that's fantastic. She spent her life helping herself to other people's money.
I mean...
Is abortion, is it helping children?
Black lives matter to her. If black lives truly matter to her, why not mine?
Yes. 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 That's right.
Why don't you care about me? Hillary, are you embarrassed about me? Hillary, are you ashamed of me?
Well, yeah.
I am black. I am real. Hillary, please don't deny my existence. You are my stepmother. Chelsea is my sister. Bill Clinton is my father. Please just step up at this time and treat me like an equal member of your family. I heard before she said it takes a village to raise a kid.
Uh-huh.
I just want her to accept me in her village today.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's wishful thinking. It is wishful thinking. Bill Clinton's never going to take responsibility. We probably will never know. I feel bad for him. I do. If his story is true, and when you consider Bill Clinton's history, had to slip up at some point. He was a little careless with his bodily fluids, if you know what I mean. It wouldn't surprise me. But if his story is true, it's heartbreaking for him. You may think he's a gold digger. He's trying to find some money. He wants the acclaim and whatnot. But inside, again, if his story is true, he's suffering. He's suffering. I was adopted at birth. I flirted with finding my parents my entire life. I would think about it, consider it, getting that, going and getting a court order and getting the original birth certificate and the whole deal. And I always kind of just, it was unrealistic. My wife got me a DNA test for Christmas. I just expected to find out if I was Irish, English, and German like I always thought I was. On Christmas Day, I found out who my family was. Gradually, I discovered cousins. I discovered nieces and nephews. And ultimately, I discovered my mother. I still don't know who my dad is. My mother died a few years ago. I don't think she would have been glad to meet me. She was good at making babies, but not at raising them. And I was born at a time where immense shame was involved with having a child out of wedlock. I did find out that one of my cousins went to college with me. I also found out that a troublemaking kid in my high school class was my cousin as well. It's amazing. It is amazing. For Danney Williams, I don't think he'll ever get any satisfaction. And for that, I say, I'm sorry for him. I'm sorry for him. I hope you had a happy Father's Day. And I hope that you embrace proudly the title of father.